Transfer deadline day live. Latest reaction, news and done deals. Transfer deadline day is here with several Premier League teams looking set for a busy end to the window. Everton are aiming to sign Dele Alli on a permanent deal from Tottenham, following the appointment of Frank Lampard, who has offered the former England international a chance to revive his career. It comes after Spurs completed the double signing of Dejan Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur from Juventus, with Tanguy Ndombele also leaving the club after agreeing to rejoin Lyon on loan until the end of the season. Arsenal's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang arrived in Barcelona earlier on deadline day, with the move at one stage looking off. That seems to have changed, and he has had a medical in Spain. It could be confirmed in the early hours. Jesse Lingard is now staying at Man United after a loan move broke down, while Donny van de Beek has secured a departure, moving on loan to Everton. Rangers, meanwhile, have completed the signing of Aaron Ramsey on loan from Juventus, but Liverpool's move for Fabio Carvalho fell through late on. We've brought you all the late rumours and done deals right here, and the transfer window is now closed in the Premier League and Championship. Follow all the latest transfer updates from deadline day below. Jermaine Defoe is back at Sunderland for what promises to be one last dance. The striker exited Rangers last month, but returns to the club he enjoyed plenty of Premier League. The 39-year-old hit 34 goals in 87 games for the Black Cats from 2015 to 17. Dele Alli admits he is delighted to be joining Frank Lampard at Everton after ending his time at Tottenham. "I'm delighted to have signed for Everton, a huge club with a great fan base and history," said Alli after clinching a deal that will be worth initially £10 million after 20 appearances and may eventually rise to £40 million. "I'm eager to get started and can't wait for my first game in an Everton shirt. I'm looking forward to helping the team and the opportunity to work with the new manager Frank Lampard." Aaron Ramsey admits the magnitude of Rangers convinced him to join on loan from Juventus. "I am really pleased to be joining a club like Rangers," the 71-cap Wales midfielder said. "There is so much to look forward to between now and May. I had a number of offers on the table, but none matched the magnitude of this club, with European football and the chance to play in front of 50,000 fans every other week." Manager Giovanni van Bronckhorst added. "I'm absolutely delighted that we have been able to add a player of Aaron's quality, experience and leadership to our squad." The closure of the winter transfer window brought with it a flurry of late deals in the Premier League, the biggest of which on deadline day turned out to be Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang being set to leave Arsenal to join Barcelona. Tottenham eventually got their double deal with Juventus completed, Dejan Kulusevski joining on loan with an option to buy, while Rodrigo Bentancur made a permanent switch. Tanguy Ndombele, meanwhile, has left the club on loan for Lyon. Manchester City also got in on the act to land £14 million Julian Alvarez from River Plate, though the 22-year-old attacker will stay in Argentina for the rest of the season. All the rest of the deadline day deals. Man United, Everton, Brentford and Newcastle all involved in final day signings before the window closed. Liverpool's attempt to sign Fabio Carvalho from Fulham has collapsed after the paperwork could not be completed before the January transfer deadline. After holding talks throughout the day, an agreement was reached between the two clubs late on Monday, with only a little over an hour before the 11 p.m. cutoff. Carvalho, who was set to remain at Fulham on loan, successfully completed a medical, but personal terms and paperwork still needed to be signed off after the deadline passed. Full story, paperwork could not be completed on time after late agreement on deal. Donny van de Beek has joined Everton on loan from Manchester United until the end of the season. The 24-year-old's wages will be covered by Everton for the duration of his stay at Goodison Park, though the deal does not include an option to buy. Van de Beek had also attracted interest from Crystal Palace, but has chosen to effectively become the first signing of incoming Everton manager Frank Lampard. Full details on the Dutchman's move. Van de Beek, eager to earn regular playing time away from Old Trafford. Tottenham have finally managed to get two transfer deals over the line on deadline day, completing a double swoop from Juventus to land Dejan Kulusevski and Rodrigo Bentancur. Antonio Conte had been vocal about needing to improve the players at his disposal if Spurs were to continue their hunt for a top-4 finish in the Premier League and return to Champions League football next season, and he has now been boosted by this twin addition after a month of frustration. After being beaten to Adama Traore and Luis Diaz by Barcelona and Liverpool respectively, the signing of Kulusevski brings pace and ball-carrying ability from wide areas of attack to Conte's team. He joins on an 18-month loan for a reported fee of £8.3 million, with an option to make the deal permanent for £29.2 million in future. Full details here. Antonio Conte had demanded upgrades to the squad, but Spurs have struggled to land targets this month. Everton have confirmed the appointment of Frank Lampard as the club's new head coach after holding a further round of talks over the weekend. It brings the Toffees' chaotic search for a new manager to an end after Wayne Rooney rejected an approach and Vitor Pereira's lack of credentials in connection to the agent Kia Joorabchian caused backlash among supporters. The appointment marks Lampard's return to the dugout almost exactly a year after he was sacked by Chelsea, where he guided the club to a fourth-placed finish in the Premier League and an FA Cup final. He has signed a 2.5-year contract at Goodison Park, with the club later confirming Donny van de Beek as a loan signing from Manchester United before Monday night's transfer deadline. More from Lampard on his new job. Lampard has signed a 2.5-year contract at Goodison Park. Christian Eriksen has signed for Brentford on a 6-month deal, just 7 months on from suffering a cardiac arrest. The former Tottenham midfielder returns to the Premier League after he left Inter Milan by mutual consent in December. The 29-year-old has been fitted with an implantable cardioverter defibrillator (ICD) device but was unable to continue his career in Italy due to Serie A rules. Eriksen's last appearance came at the Euro 2020 finals in June, when the Denmark international collapsed on the pitch during the group stage match against Finland in Copenhagen. Eriksen required life-saving treatment on the pitch and later revealed that he had died for 5 minutes. He is targeting a return to football in order to make the Denmark squad for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. More details. The midfielder returns to the Premier League on a 6-month deal. Manchester City have completed the €17 million (£14.2 million) signing of Julian Alvarez, with the 22-year-old set to remain at River Plate for the rest of the season. Alvarez has signed a 5.5-year contract with the Premier League champions, though will only join up with his new club during the summer at the earliest. The 22-year-old ended River's most recent campaign with 24 goals in 46 games across all competitions, while also finishing as the Argentine top flight's leading scorer. Alvarez has emerged as one of the brightest young talents in South American football, with Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Internazionale among those interested in his signing. Full report. Alvarez signing not expected to affect pursuit of Erling Haaland.